What's going on, stackers? So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you one of my pen names which has 6 books and has gone on to make $5,000 in royalties. So, welcome back to Stacking Profit. My name's Paddy, and in this video I'm going to share with you one of my best selling pen names for the month. Now, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm also going to share with you a real ninja way that you can find niches just by using Google. So, let's go ahead and dive straight into this and go over to my Get Book Report. Now, from here, we can see that I've been creating books, publishing since November 2018. I've made over $87,000 and I have 4,000 books. Now if we look here, the last few months has been going extremely well. All last 4 months are all above $3,000, which is absolutely awesome. Now with these 4,000 books, 6 of them, just 6 of them, have pulled in over $5,000. Now, if we actually scroll down to the bottom of the page just here, we can see some of my pen names. Now, some pen names do better than others. Some pen names don't do that well at all, but we can see my top 10. Now I have more than 10, I have more than I'd like to admit, but my top 10 have done really well. Now all my pen names are also niche specific, so each one here is for a different book niche. This one that we're going to be looking at is in the adult colouring book niche, so not that one actually, it's this one, which has sold 2,400 books. Now if we look at all of these, we can see this top one has sold 12,000, making almost $20,000 just from one pen name. Then the second one, 6,000, making 14,000. Another 7,000 units sold here for this one, which has made, again, $14,000, and then this one 6,000, another 6,000 here, but then this is the one that I want to talk about. This is the one that we're going to break down because this pen name is only this year's old. That came out wrong. I only started this pen name back in January. I haven't produced any more books since February, and I can't run ads on these 2 best-selling books. So right here, this 5,000 is practically all organic. Now let's go over to another tab, which I actually have open. Let's just scroll down a little bit, just to there. There we go. So this is my brand, my pen name for my adult colouring books. Now from here we can see I've made $5,000 and I only have 6 books. Now this week with Inside the Vault, what I did was took my 3 best-selling pen names for the month and then we broke them down. So you got to see all of my sales, my stats and all of that good stuff for 3 of my best-selling pen names. Now if you want to go and check that out, don't forget to come and join the LCB Vault. There will be a link down in the description. Anyway, from here we can see 6 books, and since January, remember January is when I first started publishing adult colouring books. I stopped around about February time, so all these sales just here have been completely passive and organic because I can't actually run ads on this book. So all these sales just here have just been getting stronger and stronger over time. Now if we scroll all the way down to the bottom round about here, we can see the sales. So these 2 top ones have profanity on the cover, so it has some type of swear word on the front cover on this one and on this one, and because of that I can't run any ads. So these sales just here are completely organic. This top one, 1,987 units sold, has made over 4,000 royalties, all completely organic. So when people say, oh, you can't make organic sales no more, that is completely wrong. Yes, you can. Not all the time, and it depends on the niches that you go into and how well your book does, because there's a lot of factors that go into having organic sales. but that's organic. This one's organic as well, where I sold 430, making $860. And then these just here are organic as well, apart from a few sales. So these ones just here do not have profanity on the front cover, which means I can run ads, but I tried running ads on these 4 books and they just didn't go that well, so I ended up just killing the ads. So practically all of these sales just here, the 2,476, the majority of that is all organic, which means this $5,000 earned is also organic as well. Now, why am I showing you this? Well, it's because you never know which ones of your books are going to pop off. Now, as you can see, I started creating books for this pen name in the adult colouring book niche back in January. And then through February and March, I made a few sales. Then in April, or from April, the sales started slowly increasing, and because the sales started increasing, the BSR started getting better, more people started purchasing that book, leaving reviews, and it's been a snowball effect. My best-selling book in my colouring book pen name now has a BSR of around 10,000. It hovers between 10,000, 15,000 to 4,000. But it's been gradually getting there over time. It all takes time, especially when you create a new book, because the new book needs to get found, and then once it gets found, people start buying. Then once people start buying, they leave reviews, which in turn creates more sales, more reviews, and so on and so on. Now, the top selling book isn't actually a seasonal book, it's evergreen, so I'm hoping that these sales will go on and stay like this for quite a long time. Anyway, as you can see, I only have 6 books within this pen name. Now, if we go back over to my other pen names, just here, they all vary. So with this one just here, this has made me $14,000. I actually have around 300, 400 pen names. No, sorry, 300, 400 books within this pen name. So every single pen name that I have is completely different. That's something that you need to understand as well, because you might see that I have 4,000 books, but then once you start breaking down my pen names, you'll see that 4,000 books isn't actually that much. Now let's go back over to here really quick, because there's one thing I forgot to note, and that is everything that I did to create this income, these colouring books, the interior, the covers, I actually shared within inside the vault. Now the vault, there's always a link down in the description below. With the vault you get 4 courses in one, and this is the one that you want to look at. Now you can buy this separate, but it's a better value for your money if you buy the LCB vault, again because the 4 courses in one. But this is where I share all of my knowledge about creating my books. So for creating my colouring books, I shared that in the course Simple Colouring Books. Now if you already have the vault, go through to your back-end office and look for the titles SCB. That's Simple Colouring Books. From here, this is where you can watch all of the tutorials on how to create a colouring book from scratch, and this is where I shared all of my colouring book knowledge. We have Welcome and Overview, Recommended Tools, Researching Colouring Books. Then we have Getting Graphics, Creating Your Interior, Creating Your Cover in 3 easy steps, Title, Subtitle, Keyword. Then we have a whole bunch of different modules as well. So how to create a logo for your pen name. Then I give a load of niches away. Then my favourite fonts. Then I do some over-the-shoulder training, which is absolutely golden. So if you're interested in how I actually went ahead and created these colouring books, then go ahead and check that out. Now with that out of the way, I'm just going to share with you a really simple method using Google to where you can actually go ahead and find some really great niches. So in fact, let's go over to Google first, right here. What I've gone ahead and done is just put in a search term, a string of words, which is going to help me find niches. All I put in was colouring book for adults. And we have that underscore at the beginning. So it's underscore space colouring book for adults. Now right here, you could put any type of low content book. It's going to work the same no matter what niche that you want to do. Now for this instance, we're just doing it for colouring books, especially adult colouring books, just so we can find some extra niches, because this way of finding niches is absolutely ninja. Now what this search term, this string, is going to do is pull up all search terms with colouring book for adults within it, but then starting with the letter that you put at the front. So I hope that kind of makes sense, but let me show you an example. Now from here, I'm just going to put Q, and now we can see it's pulled up all the words at the beginning that start with Q, all before colouring book for adults. So right off the bat with Q, we can see quarantine colouring book for adults. Now we can do this research here, but we still have to see if there's demand over on Amazon. So let's go over to Amazon. Let's type in colouring book for adults. Now right off the bat, we have a lot of keywords, but what we want to do is go back over to here, that first one. So quarantine colouring book for adults. That could work. People could be searching it over on Amazon, so we need to check quarantine colouring book for adults. So we can see someone's actually searching for this. Now we could dive deeper. What we'd want to do is click on this, go through, check the SPT score, that's Self-Publishing Titans Chrome extension, to see if it's a book or a niche worth publishing in. But that's the first one. So I could actually take this, put them into a notepad and build out a list so I can go back and do further research. But let's go back to Google, because that was just with Q. Now if we do W, we've got a lot more. Look at that, Winnie the Pooh. Stay away from that, because that's going to be trademarked or even copyrighted. But look, which colouring book for adults? A wine colouring book for adults. So let's go back over to here. Let's try wine. So people are searching for this. How do we know that? Because Amazon has auto-populated. If Amazon doesn't auto-populate anything here, when you put in a keyword, that means no one is searching for it. But right now, we've put in wine, colouring book for adults, and it's auto-populated just here, so people are searching that. And then we have a few extra keywords. Adult colouring book for wine lovers. I'm really intrigued by that, so let's actually just go ahead and check the SPT score to see what it looks like and to see if it's a very good niche. Now what I'm going to do is just pause the video for a second, because this seems to have messed up. There we go. Now in fact, I don't think I have that turned on. Yes, I did. Now let's just pause the video for 2 seconds, let SPT's Chrome extension do its thing so we can take a look at that niche score. And bam, there we go. So the niche score is 17, so this niche doesn't look that great, or should I say that keyword, adult colouring book for wine lovers. Number of results really low. Average BSR a little bit high, those average reviews a little bit higher as well. But I wouldn't have found this keyword if I wouldn't have done that little bit of research over here using Google. Now as we can see, there's even more. So that was just with wine. Then we have wolf colouring book. So if we go back over to Amazon, take away wine, do wolf colouring book, we can see that people are actually searching for this. So this is just a real simple way that you can find niches really quick and just by using Google. Now let's take away W, let's do E. So we have easy, Etsy. I'll stay away from that, that's not really a colouring book. But then look here, elephant colouring book for adults. An easy colouring book for adults, inspirational quotes. So that would be an inspirational quote colouring book. So let's take away this. Inspirational. I think I spelt that wrong. I did. Let's just fix that really quick. Inspirational colouring book for adults. Now look at this. A lot more keywords. So when there's a lot more keywords, it means there's a lot more traffic. Now what I also like to do is use Helium 10, because that way I can take these keywords, plug them into Magnet one of their tools, and it's going to give me the search volume, which makes me able to make better decisions. But from here, we can see a lot more different keywords. Inspirational colouring book for adults, simple. Then we have adults and teens. So these are keywords that you could target if this was a good niche. Now, if we go back over to Google, take away E. In fact, let's look just here. So we add that easy. Then we have Easter, Egypt, an Egypt colouring book for adults. Let's go back to here, take away that, do that, and bam. People are actually searching for this. They're searching for Egypt colouring book for adults and also ancient Egypt adult colouring book. So there's lots of different ways that you can always target your books, but it all comes down to that research. Now let's take away that E, let's do R. I'm not going to go through the whole alphabet. You can come through and do this yourself to see what niches that you can find. But here, look, relaxing colouring book for adults. Relax colour anti-stress colouring book for adults. Then there's Rat, a rat colouring book for adults. Relax Colour, that's the one from up here. A Golden Retriever colouring book. How specific is that? Stress Relief colouring book. So let's try that one, a Stress Relief. So we'll go there. Stress Relief colouring book. We can see a lot more different keywords. Look at this one. Animal colouring book for adults, stress relief. Now, doing this using Google, you're going to find a lot more keywords that you wouldn't necessarily find just by using Amazon. So come over, try this out. Remember, this can be done in any book type. So take away the colouring book. You could do a planner. You could also do activity books. So that's kind of messed up. Hold on, let's just go back. Press the wrong button. So you could do colouring books, planners, logbooks. The list goes on. What you want to do is do that underscore, space, and then your keyword just here. So come through, try this out, and see what you can find, because this is just a real simple ninja method to find extra niches over on Amazon. Now, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, go hit subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you can be notified for any further videos. That being said, I've been Paddy, this has been Stacking Profit, and I'll see you again soon.